Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist doesn't think like you do. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So this is a question that I get asked so frequently via email during one-on-one sessions in the community. How come the narcissist can't think the way I think? How come they don't do the right thing? How come they don't have morals or values or want to help other individuals out? The reason why, very simply, is because the narcissist is not you. They are not a beautiful, bright, shining light. They're not possibly even an empath. What the narcissist is they are a creature of habit, of repetition, of being stuck in that narcissistic loop, the cycle, if you will, of abuse. And what the narcissist wants to do is they want to manipulate individuals. They want people to have the ability to fall in love with them when the narcissist cannot fall in love with them. They want to take, and take. And when they're done, they want to take more. The narcissist is an energy vampire. They're a person who believes that they rule the planet, if you will. They're also a person who believes they're better than you, stronger than you, smarter than you, wiser than you, that they can pull one over on you. They also believe that you will never figure them out. Now, the narcissist, why they don't think like you do or how they don't think like you, because you're a person who most likely was a people pleaser, a yes person. Maybe you didn't have boundaries. You couldn't say no, the strongest word in the English language. But one thing you could do, if you're on the channel, I can tell you right now, is you had the ability to place yourself in another individual's shoes. You can introspect, you can apologize, you can admit when you're wrong. You can make mistakes and learn from them and not duplicate or replicate them. This is a pivotal part of the video because the narcissist doesn't ever want to admit they made a mistake. They won't introspect. They won't learn from their mistakes. What they will do is they will fine-tune their skills of manipulation to weaponize these at a later date with you or with other unsuspecting individuals or former sources of supply. The whole point is, remember, when you're in a narcissistic relationship, let's say it's a mom or a dad or sibling or somebody, it can be anybody, but I'll use those people for the example, and you are continuously putting out fires, or you are apologizing for things you didn't do, you didn't even know about, but you're taking the blame, and you consistently are getting berated, and you're getting hammered and peppered with abuse, verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse. These people are contacting you left, right, and center, but they can never adjust their performance or their behavior. They can never say to you, you know what? I've been really difficult with you. I apologize. I was wrong. I want to improve. I really didn't mean to put you in that state of mind. If an individual that you're thinking of right now, as I'm creating this content and you are consuming it, is a person like that they can't apologize, or if they do apologize, it's not heartfelt, or if you hear an apology maybe once every decade, that is a clear indicator that that person is not a good individual. Because a healthier individual, somebody just like yourself, you have learned from your mistakes. You don't want to replicate them. That's why on the healing path that I share so frequently on the channel, you have to put yourself back together. You have a mountain, and I mean a mountain of work in front of you. You have to heal childhood wounds. You have to introspect. You have to figure out why you stayed in the relationship, how you were manipulated, how you were duped and tricked and trapped. These are all the things that I had to do. Point being there is you have to heal. The narcissist has nothing to heal from. You need to really process that. That's how they don't think like you. Because the narcissist can't love, and they have no empathy, and they believe people in their lives currently, in the past, or whomever will be in the future, they believe these individuals are pawns or puppets or people to take advantage of. They look at human beings as opportunities. They look at human beings as weak. They look at human beings as people to take advantage of. They do not look at human beings to bond with, to connect with, to fulfill a promise, a hope, a dream, a goal, a future. That is not what the narcissist does. What the narcissist does, now let's switch to the romantic relationship for a moment. What they do is they have you fall in love with them, and they work very, very hard in the beginning of the romantic relationship, and they put the mask on, they manipulate you, they say all of the right words to you, they mirror back what you want, your hobbies, your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, everything. They mirror it all back to you, and they slowly suck the life out of you until that one day when you're on cloud nine, and you're saying to yourself, wow, this person's amazing. Now keep in mind, when I said suck the life out of you, I'm saying they're beginning to place you in the narcissistic fog, but you currently are in the euphoric / love bomb stage, so you don't know what's going on. But then that one magic day, you say a few magic words to this individual who turned out to be the narcissist. And what are those words? They are these 3 words. I love you. And when you say those words, what happens? The narcissist pupils, they go from being a regular size to dilated, super huge. That is when you see the darkness of their pupils many times, but you can't identify it back then. And why I'm sharing that with you? It's because not only does it happen, but second of all, that's when they say to themselves, oh my gosh, payday. It happened. It took me 3 months. It took me 8 months, but it finally happened. This person told me they love me. Now, this is when I will really, really begin to weaponize everything they've shared with me against them. But before I do that, I will attempt to have a wedding ring placed on my finger. And I will attempt to begin to tell them that they need to relocate. They need to sell their house and get a bigger house, or they need to quit their job and start up a new business with me, or they need to relocate halfway around the globe, or we need to have this kind of wedding, or we need to create a family, or we need to start this business, or you need to loan me money. Whatever they begin to do, this is pivotal for you. If you uttered those words to an individual who turned out to be the narcissist, and maybe you even married them or moved in with them, the 3 words again are, I love you. If you said that, the narcissist now knew that they had you. They knew that their dirty fangs were well deep into your neck, and that now they could begin to extract so many of your resources from you. Because at this point, you usually will do just about anything because, number 1, you are in love. Number 2, you believe they are in love with you because most likely they said it back to you. Maybe they were saying it to you for months until you finally broke down and you said it to them. That happens frequently also. Point is, you said it. And when you say it, it's usually because you mean it. Why? Because this is one of the differences between you and the narcissist. How the narcissist doesn't think the way you think because they can't fall in love. They need to fine-tune their skills and find a way to get you to fall in love with them. You are an honest, authentic individual. You probably fell in love with the narcissist, but that was you being you because you did not know that narcissists walk the planet. You weren't taught this in school. You weren't prepared to enter the worst relationship of your life, the whole time thinking you were entering the best relationship of your life. Play that again. Having said that, this is now when the narcissist knows they have you. And how they think, which is completely different than you, is, okay, wow, I really worked a lot there to get this person to fall in love with me. The wedding's coming up. I'm planning all that. I'm getting all the supply from the wedding. I'm inviting all the people I want to invite, and I'm on purpose excluding the individuals I do not want to attend the ceremony because they will be feeling not good, and I like to make people feel not good. Understand that part. Now the wedding's over. The wedding bells have rung. The guests have gone. You've now sold your house, moved the narcissist in with you, perhaps even bought a new house, maybe even have an instant family. Who knows? The point being, now this is when the slow bleed will begin to happen, and you will now officially enter the devaluation stage. And this is where you are believing that perhaps you should be going on a honeymoon or spending more time with the love of your life, quote unquote, or the yin to your yang, or the person that completes you, or the person that told you that they were your soulmate. All the nonsense that you were fed up to the wedding, all the words that were spoken to you, all that manipulation is now coming to a head. Because again, as I shared, once all the guests have left from the wedding, you're now in the house by yourself with the narcissist and maybe some other individuals, who knows. Point being, this is when the narcissist is jaded and bored. And this is when they're saying, wait a minute, I married this person, but the planning for the wedding, that was supply for me. I enjoyed it, and the ceremony was great and all that, and I took a whole bunch of selfies of myself. But the point being is, now what do I do? What's my future? What am I supposed to do? Oh, okay, right, I remember now. This is where I begin to devalue my spouse. I begin to pull away from them. I begin to stay late after work. I begin to not send all the cute emojis and blow up their phone like I did before I got married. This is when I begin to have complete strangers enter my house. In other words, triangulate you. This is when I begin to come home later than usual after work and then look right at you and say, wait, I had a bad day today. I'm gonna throw a rage fit on you. Why? Because you left an old smelly shoe in the closet and you forgot to take it out, or because you didn't get the mail that day, or you bought the wrong peanut butter, or you didn't buy the skim milk, whatever. But I'll have a rage fit. And what will I do? After that rage fit happens, I'll have this individual who I just lambasted and bombarded with toxic abuse, verbal abuse. I will have them apologize to me. Because why? Because I'm a petulant child inside, i.e. I'm a narcissist. And what I am also is I'm an individual who's gonna make this person, which was you, work for me. And it's beginning right now. By the way, the petulant child is just an example. I was a child too. I get it. I'm just giving you an example. That's the mindset of the narcissist. So continuing on, what does the narcissist then say? They say, okay, wow, that rage fit yesterday, that really worked. I disrupted their energy. I blew up their day. They apologized to me, and now they're really, really they want to make me happy. So what do I do now? Now I'm going to pull away. Now I'm going to completely give them the silent treatment. Or maybe I'll stonewall them, or maybe I'll disappear for a day or two, and I'll have them missing me, pining for me, wondering where I am, and thinking that they made a big mistake, that they should continue to tolerate the poor behavior. Then I'll pop up the next couple of days, and I'll be in a great mood. And now you, the person watching the video, are like, wait, what? They're in a great mood? Okay, well, what's going on here? Let's take advantage of this. Let's have some fun. Let's have some peace and serenity and calmness. And then again, the narcissist will give you that maybe for an hour, maybe a day, maybe two if you're fortunate. And then you get comfortable and you're getting close with them, and things are just the way they're supposed to be in the marriage. And what happens? Boom. Here we go again. Triangulation 101, devaluation street all over again. This time you're going to get nothing but the silent treatment. Why? Because you didn't know how to boil an egg, or perhaps you didn't buy the right eggs with the right size, whatever it was. The narcissist now is having you in the push-pull, the high-low, in the spin cycle of emotion, in the deep end of the toxicity pool. And this is exactly how they think. They don't think like you think. They think that you are a yo-yo on a string going up and down. They think you're somebody to be abused like a piñata. They think you are somebody to be manipulated, just like you can change a piece of putty or clay. You can form it into whatever you want. That's how they look at you. And that's how they always looked at you. You just didn't know it. Why? Because using this example, you fell in love with them and you believed they were the best person to help you go forward in the future, because they told you they loved you. That wasn't the truth. The truth is this person was going to take from you as much as they possibly could. And then right when your supply sources or your resources became decimated and your health took a hit, your finances took a hit, status, social circle, everything took a hit, your emotions took a hit because you were placed in the narcissistic fog. This is when usually they will discard you, right around a holiday or a birthday, or when you are in the hospital, or when you're grieving the loss of someone, or when there's a birth in the family, things like that. And this is, again, why or how the narcissist doesn't think like you. Because using any of those examples, let's talk about health for a moment. If you loved somebody and they were ill or sick and they needed assistance, would you not be there for them? Of course you would. You wouldn't think twice about it. You would drop what you were doing and be at their bedside and get them chicken soup and get them whatever they needed to make them feel good. Why? Because that's what a person who can love does. The narcissist can't love. That is why so frequently for people that their health took a hit, and if this was you, drop comments below, please share your wisdom with the community. That's why frequently people that had medical concerns, that's when the narcissist usually disappeared. Not maybe for an hour or two, I'm talking for days or weeks. And they came back and said, oh, I couldn't handle it. Sorry, I was busy, or I had to go do something, or I left something at a house, so I have to go pick it up or so. But they will make any excuse in the book to not be around you. Why? Because they're looking at you as weak, number one. Number two, they don't want you to heal. Number three, they just don't want your success in life, and they don't want you to improve your health. You may say, well, no, the narcissist needs me healthy. They really don't care about your health. And I'll share that one example with you quickly again. Let's say that hypothetically you were really ill, and let's say that you had a lot of money. Well, do you think they want your health to improve? Second thing is, let's say you're really ill and you don't have a lot of money. Do you think they want you to improve? No, they don't. Why? Because they don't care about you. They never have and they never will. That is another reason how the narcissist doesn't think like you do. They don't have empathy. They don't have love. They don't have respect. They don't have morals. They don't have anything other than self-serving interests. And once your cup or once your well of supply runs dry, I will tell you right now, most likely you will be discarded. And if you're not, you will stay in the zombie-like, trance-like state, existing in the narcissistic fog, and you will not be living. You will be doing exactly what the narcissist wanted you to do, and you will become depleted more and more, because day after day you're getting peppered with verbal abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, physical abuse at times, definitely financial abuse. And these things go on and on and on. So how the narcissist doesn't think like you do, their whole moral compass is not pointing even close to the direction it should be. Their whole compass of life is not pointed the way it should be. They literally think this thing called life is a game to be won, to accumulate the most broken hearts, to accumulate the most assets, to accumulate the most money, to accumulate the most houses, to accumulate the most relationships that they can blow up. This is exactly how they live their lives. That is why so frequently, check this one out. Let's say when you were in the narcissistic relationship and you would call them out and say something, you would just point out one thing. It didn't have to be a big thing, didn't have to be a small thing, just an average thing like, hey, you know, you said you were gonna do this, you didn't do it. If they ever went radio silent on you, what does that mean? It means you're right. Number two, it means you caught them off guard. Number three, most likely they will blame shift you, or they will just walk away or throw a rage fit on you. But the thing is this, the narcissist, they don't want to hear it. They want to hear nothing. And with that ear expression I just gave you, that's just like a child. When you were a kid, you didn't want to hear something, that's what you did. You put your hands over your ears and you said, no, I'm not going to listen to it. That's what the narcissist does. I'm saying literally and figuratively. But whenever you would say something to them, they would never, ever, and I do mean those words, I know they're powerful words, but they wouldn't be accountable. They wouldn't say, you know what, let's sit down at the kitchen table and have an adult conversation about what you were talking about, because you are right. I made some mistakes and I want to clarify those and I want to fix them and I want to work for our relationship. No, the narcissist is a I, me person. They are not a we, us person. That is not how the narcissist thinks. And the older the narcissist gets, remember, the more challenging relationships are with them. That is, i.e. the aging narcissist, an individual who cannot face the facts that father time is ticking, who cannot face the facts of all the relationships they've blown up are gonna come back to roost. And believe me when I tell you, they will. Their own kids, their own parents, neighbors, friends, alleged friends, flying monkeys even figure these people out sooner or later, people in jobs, neighbors, people in communities or hobby groups. Eventually, the narcissist is left all by themselves, isolated. Now, is each and every one of them that way? No, but are a lot of them? Absolutely. And there's no dollar sign on the planet that an individual who has the wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle can receive to go spend time with the narcissist. I hear this frequently. In other words, let's say the narcissist now has blown up every relationship. They are the aging narcissist now and they have a boatload of money. Well, they're many times trying to bribe back their kids or grandkids. Hey, just come over to the house for a little while. Let's spend this holiday together. And, you know, by the way, I'll give you a gift. Well, the kids have been down that road before, or the grandkids. And they're saying to themselves, no, not going to happen. Thank you. Don't need the money. It's not worth the price tag of admission of abuse for an extended weekend to get X number of dollars. Not going to do it. You see, that's how the narcissist lures people in many times financially. Think about what I'm sharing with you. Before I close the video, I want to let you know how the narcissist doesn't think like you. They have never thought like you. They never will. That is one of the fundamental realizations that we have to come to terms with, to come to grips with post-narcissistic relationship, which is this. Most people, including the narcissist, but most people don't think like you do. They actually don't want your best interest at heart. Now, that may be a very difficult pill to swallow, but it's reality. Now, am I saying most people don't want you to succeed? No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying many people on the planet care about themselves, and that's it. That's all they care about. They won't even take a minute to put themselves in your shoes. Other individuals don't have the ability to do that, and that's the narcissist. Then there are people like you who made it this far in the video, and you're paying it forward, and you understand, wow, I'm fortunate. I can actually introspect. I have empathy. I can do the right thing. I can atone for my mistakes, and I can learn and grow and teach. That's what I can do. And that's what you're doing most likely. You're certainly becoming educated and awakened, enlightened and empowered. But that's not the narcissist. So before I close the video, think about this. Think about where you were a year ago, or 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, or even 4 years ago on this exact date. You're probably in a better spot right now. Right now you may not see it, but you're probably in a better spot because you found the channel and you're getting the wisdom. What is the narcissist doing right now? Exactly, they're doing this. They're stuck in that loop. They're trapped. The only difference is they're older and you're not in the cycle, because there's one constant in the narcissistic abusive cycle, and it's not you. It's the narcissist, and you have now figured them out. You have now understood that this wasn't your fault. You were manipulated. You've now understood that they don't think the way you think. They never have. They never will. It's impossible. They think about one person, and it is themselves exclusively. Get the message. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love doing it. Guys, I will tell you right now, that's a tough pill to swallow, understanding that most people don't think the way you think, and also that most people don't have your best interest at heart. I'm a very positive individual, as most of you know. This is not a doom and gloom video. It's a video to let you know you really need to have boundaries. You really need to know who you're communicating with, and you need to not overshare. Most of all, you need to understand that the narcissist never had your best interest at heart. This wasn't your fault. You were manipulated and taken advantage of. And right now, they're doing that with somebody else, wherever they are on the planet, if they're still on the planet. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, bye, guys.